this is Janice Freeman from Momentum Hoop Dance, and today I'm going to talk to you about basic waist hooping and direction changes. So, I want to remind you before we get started that it's always important to warm up the body before you start your hoop practice, and that includes not only stretching, but also just taking time to, start your activity slowly and work up to the strenuous activity that hooping can be. So a couple of things to remember about basic waist hooping is it's not this wild gyration that you remember from when you were a little kid using these really light hoops that we often find at Walmart, the dollar store, places like that. It's actually a rocking motion, and it relies on centripetal force, which is outward force being exerted on the hoop to keep it moving around in a circle around your body. So you can see here that I'm rocking. If I try to move my hips in a circle, it becomes really hard to keep up with that hoop. So you want to pay attention to your posture, like there's a line from the top of your head to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside, and you want to really focus on staying upright. The movement, that rocking motion, should come from the belly button and the core, these muscles here. So it looks like this. You can shift the weight a little bit on the legs if you want, but try to keep the legs loose and relaxed. A lot of beginners I see are very stiff in the legs and they move like this, and that will often cause the hoop to fall. Another pitfall that I see is a lot of upper body movement. Really focus on isolating these muscles. So I'm just going to demonstrate for you here. I hoop right to left. Many people hoop left to right. The movement is the same. So to start, my left foot is in front. I'm going to hold the hoop here on the sides of my body. I'm going to start it against the small of my back and give it a nice even spin as I rock back and forth. Now the diameter of this hoop is a little small, so I have to move kind of fast. If you find that you're not able to keep up, you can always use a bigger hoop. So that's what it looks like with the left foot in front. With the right foot in front, it looks like this. So same motion, just different points of contact. I'll show you from the side and from the back. If you prefer side-to-side stance, you're going to move back and forth with the hips like this. So troubleshooting. If you're losing the hoop, it's often a speed issue. So speed up your movement. Keep it consistent. Keep it that same movement, but just go faster. One thing that can help you in doing that is turning. You can see that the spin of the hoop slows a little as I turn, so that gives me time to speed up my own movement. And just keep practicing. In first classes I say if you can get it around 4 or 5 times continuously, that's pretty good. This is all muscle memory. It takes time for these muscles to remember what they're supposed to do. So let's start here going right to left, and I'm in that rocking motion. I can turn here, which slows the hoop down. When you get comfortable here, you can try changing your stances. Eventually you'll be moving around more with the hoop, so stance won't really be an issue. Now I want to change directions. You should always practice any of your hooping moves in both directions to keep the body balanced. So as a beginner, the easiest way to change directions is with what I call a catch and release. So as the hoop comes around the front of me, I'm going to catch it with both hands, turn a little bit to that side, and then release it with a nice even spin in the opposite direction. Catch and release. Catch and release. And if your second current, that opposite direction, is really difficult for you, just let it go around 2 or 3 times. Catch and release. As you get more comfortable with this, you can do some more advanced direction changes, one hand catch and release, or even tapping the hoop in each direction. But really just focus right now on learning where you're catching and use both hands to do that. So that's basic waist hooping and breaks or direction changes. You can always contact me at momentumhoopdance.com or facebook.com/momentumhoopdance if you have any questions or tutorials that you would like to see in the future. Thanks for watching.